For a long time, the fashion industry justified the legitimacy of designers by their creative genius. In a postmodern world, where the quest for authenticity contributes to our increasingly fragmented vision, it is urgent to highlight the fundamental nature of the creative process. A clear creative process is one of the most precious tools a designer can have, thanks to which he or she can function as a professional in the fashion industry at the highest level. The creative process can be divided into 3 different phases: collecting, experimentation, and making. The intensity of each phase can be adapted by each individual designer. Inspiration, which can come from anywhere, reaches the designer only through the personal filter of their creative universe, the one that gives them a particular vision. It could be related to childhood or to other human beings, people so important in the designer's life, we can call them muses. It can also be a particular attention to gesture, movement, or to certain artistic fields, such as architecture or music, or even a social event or historical moment. The action that will determine how the inspiration will influence the design is collecting. This is the first concrete step in the creative process. It could be a collection of images found on the internet, in libraries, or cut from magazines. It could be a collection of words, ideas, stories, objects, colors, or materials. The collection establishes the vocabulary, the raw material of design. Experimentation is the transformation of the results of the collecting, sometimes in a very playful way. At that time, it is not necessary to think about the product or archetype of what designers are supposed to create. This is the moment for innovation, the time for happy accidents. How can we link inspirations to the dressed and adorned body? It can be a kind of automatic writing, an alchemy, even a scientific process with a protocol. Time to drape, dye, cut, scale to make collages, return, undo, throw, redo, disperse, find, choose, sort, modulate, draw, and draw again. This is a key moment. Transformation, transmutation of inspiration into something else. Finally, the third period comes. The research from the previous phases must be dragged to the product, brought into reality. We should connect the disparate elements, details, finishings, fabric, silhouettes. It is time to make, pattern, to work hand in hand with craftsmen, to adapt to technical or financial limits. It is the landing of the designer. If the 2 first steps can have variable importance from one designer to another, this last step is not optional. Confronting your desire to the real world is what you commit to by working in the fashion industry. You may be wondering why you should analyze or know the designer's creative process. If you decide to work in the fashion industry, you will work with collaborators. You will have to communicate with them at different stages of the creative process. Knowing it in detail will allow you to find your place in a team, to know what to delegate or ask to whom and when at the right time, or even bring people together around your project. Designers, after taking the time to analyze, make your creative process visible, be able to formulate the order of the different steps of your own creative process. Make a diagram, which will be your compass, your map, and which will make you more effective in times of turbulence and doubt. Managers, take care of this map, respect it, take it in account to guide your relationship with creative people. Designing in the fashion industry is to transform the world a little, thanks to the world of the designer. And exactly like all magic tricks, there is a very special secret only known by you.